Hi, so in this video I'm going to be going over the substitution question from Prep Test 71 Game 1. So I'll just go over the rules and the setup first, and then I'll skip right away to the substitution question. So we have 6 players, F, G, H, J, K, and L. All right, and we don't have any ties. And all of our rules are relative position rules. So F has to be earlier than J and L. K is earlier than J, and J is earlier than H, and L is earlier than G. So we're actually able to take all of our rules and combine them here. But the one that we're going to be replacing is the one that gives us the relationship between F and J and F and L. So we need something that's going to ensure that we actually have those relationships still. So we're keeping these rules, right? And then adding a different one to replace the F before J and L rule, but at the end of the day we still have to have the same results. So answer choice A says only K can be earlier than F. So K is the only one that can be earlier than F. Now that is true, okay? So J and L are both later than F because of a direct relationship, but H and G are also later than F through an indirect relationship. So if we were to add the rule in answer choice A, we would be adding a rule that F is before J, H, L, and G, because the only one that could be before F is K. So A is actually the correct answer because it gives us the relationships that we need, right? But then the additional relationships, right, that G is not only later than F, but it's also later than L, and H is not only later than F, but it's also later than J, those relationships are going to be added by the other rules, and then K, of course, is going to be earlier than J, but that means that it could still be before F, right? Can be earlier than F, doesn't have to be, right? So if it said that K is earlier than F, then that wouldn't be enough. If it said that K can be earlier than F, right? So that's possible, still wouldn't be enough. The fact that it says only K can be earlier than F, right? That's what makes it important, because we can infer from that that every other player has to be after. And that would include J and L, and H and G, which, I mean, that would just end up being redundant, right? The other rules. So A is the correct answer.